This better be good, people. The first ever Natasha Denona eyeshadow palette arrived today. Oh, she better be good. The moment of truth. And I look a mess, I know that. Oh, yes. Oh, wow. She is a stunner. If I don't get this review right, I'm going to stick to reviewing foundations. I'll be back. Okay guys, so the first thing I do is go in with Spark on the brow bone. It's quite a sheer colour, so it doesn't really show up much on camera. And then I go in the crease with Aria. That is the first transition colour I use, and that blended in like a dream. It didn't take me hardly any time at all blending in these shadows. I'm now going in the center with Log, which is the deepest brown in the palette. It's a matte brown. I used a few brushes to blend this one in as it was so pigmented. The first Morphe brush didn't work, but I tried a smaller BH Cosmetics blending brush, a small fluffy, that didn't work. And then finally I did a other larger Morphe fluffy brush, natural hair, and it blended in like a dream. Then I go and use some 24-hour Smashbox eyeshadow primer. I'm loving this primer at the moment. And then I use the middle shade Oro, the crazy pigmented gold. It's like a foil on your eyes. I was recreating the look which was done by Natasha herself on a really beautiful young girl. I wanted to try it out for myself and just to see whether I could use that colour in the middle. It's not really for me, that colour, but it's okay. The next thing I'm doing is using Python on the outer, like a liner. It wasn't that pigmented as she did it on her video, so I wet the brush, sprayed it down with some Fix Plus, and then went over it again. On the inner corner I did Orium, I think it's called. And then on the lower lash line again used Log. Then once I'd done that, I went back in blending. I added some more of the colour Log into the crease just to make it more defined. And then also went back in with the Aria colour just to do a little bit more blend work. Did mascara and stuck some lashes on, and that was the end result for the first look. Well, I did it. I'm so happy. As you can tell by my voice, I am very, very happy woman today. Happy girl, happy woman. Okay, this intro is going to be way too long. So, I did it. I caved and I got my baby. And it is my baby. I think it's my baby more than anyone else's baby. Just because I have never owned a Natasha Denona eye palette in my whole life. I would normally only treat myself to something like this if it was a Christmas gift. And when I first got it, I think I showed you my intro and I was like, this better be good, it better be worth it. And I'm happy to say it's worth it. I did a couple of looks. I tried one last night, not as nice as this. I basically tried to copy recreate the same look that Natasha Denona did on her client, a really much younger, beautiful client. I liked the look that they created and it looked really simple. It actually was really simple. It took me less than 15 minutes. It was only one eye, bear in mind, and it took me less than 15 minutes to do it, and that's how I knew I was completely impressed with the palette. So impressed. So I don't need to say how much this is, and probably if my mum's watching this video, I really don't want her to know how much this is. You know what I'm saying? Keep that to ourselves. You can find out the price of this online. I got mine from Selfridges actually. So yes, I got it from Selfridges. What can I say about the palette? It's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful as they claim everywhere. It is a gorgeous, classy palette. This will take centerpiece, top of the list. The pinnacle. This is the pinnacle of my eyeshadow palettes, and it will stay in my collection forever. This means a lot to me because I've never owned one, and I just feel really happy right now that the palette actually worked out for me too. This is my second look that I've created with it, and I have to say, again, really, really easy to use. The shadows in here have different finishes, eye toppers, glitters, and mattes. So it has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 mattes. The turquoise colour, which is called Python, is like a satin matte, I'd say, a mixture between a satin and a matte. I've had no issues with any of the shadows. The warm transition colours in this palette I am in love with. I love golds, first of all. That middle shade, that crazy formula, whatever's in that wet look gold, is like so pigmented. I used it on the first look. I have to say, I believe that would definitely suit brown eyes more than my blue eyes. While I love golds, with some golds I can't pull off, but I think everything else in here I will be fine with. I just wanted to try it out and see how much it would suit me, but I think that middle colour complements people with brown eyes more than blue eyes. That's my opinion. The first look I used Aria, Log and Oro. 3 shades for the first one, and then I put a little bit of Arum in the corner of the eye. Sorry, I do not know these colours off by heart. And then today I used Sand, Python and Aurora. Aurora, when I first applied it in the centre, it didn't show up as much as I wanted it to against the Python colour. I thought it would, it didn't. So although it's a beautiful shade and I still think you could wear it against another shadow, it wasn't giving me the pop that I wanted, so I went over Aurora with Sparks, which is the centre lightest shade in the pan, and that gave me the oomph that I wanted on the eye. I will put some swatches in here somewhere during the video, so let's just bring you in closer to see how the eye look turned out. Turned out pretty good. So yeah, it was just really simple. They went on good. I didn't find Python to be patchy. I just think it's the kind of colour you have to be careful with, otherwise it will look like you've been punched. I find this colour definitely more workable than the one in the Norvina ABH palette. I think it's called Soul. That colour can be dangerous if you use it wrong. It's not my favourite colour which I've ever used on my eyes, but I think the colours in the palette complement each other so much that it's like, and people have said who's owned Natasha palettes before, they are liking this one better. Like they're saying that this is one of her best ones yet. So yeah, I'm going to include some footage on the first look that I did. Please take into consideration it was night time. I wasn't looking my best. I just wanted to try it out. It still came out pretty nice. It still came out pretty okay, but I definitely so far prefer this look. I can't wait to do some more looks with the palette, but I can't wait to play with the duochrome in here. The pinky green, oh my god, that's crazy. It is definitely a unique palette. It's my first unique palette. I haven't got anything like this. So I guess you're really in luck if you love browns, golds and these neutral warm shades. I think it's a beautiful colour story. So 3 eye toppers, and if I've got this wrong, forgive me. The sheer ones in the palette are this one, Carver. So Carver, Sparks and Aurora is the sheer ones in the palette. Someone said cold. Mine doesn't feel cold. Mine, it just feels very soft to touch. And oh, this one feels very wet in the corner. If you've seen them, amazing. And when you swatch them, they're just kind of sheer, so, but still really beautiful. So what I can say about this is that I'm really pleased with the purchase. It's a palette that I'll use all the time. Like you are not going to be stuck on what to do with this palette. It's so neutral. Multiple looks can definitely be created with this. I think it's a dream to have because you'll never get bored of using it. I love the size of the pans. I think I'm definitely impressed with that. I think I've never been, have I been, I'm just trying to think if there's any other palette I've ever been this happy about getting. I liked my KKW Beauty a lot. Too Faced Just Peachy Mattes. The Tarte Aspen Avard palette. Is that what it's called? This one here I was very happy about because it's very beautiful. They like belong together, don't they? Like luxury. Did it? I gave in. That's the end of my review. Peace out. Please give me a thumbs up if you liked my video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. I'll see you soon with another video.